and all of you are preoccupied. So I want to specially thank you on behalf of the Congress DMK Alliance and the Tamil Nadu Congress Committee for being here today. Without any further ado, we will begin. We bring to you an important paradigm today. But as I begin that, I want to say that the glorious state of Tamil Nadu and its people have witnessed a puppet AIA DMK government, which is nothing but a mere extension of the Modi government. The brazen loot and corruption, as also the failure to protect interest of Tamil Nadu, has made this government, as Prime Minister Modi says very popularly, a Modi toolkit, which goes against the very essence of the Dravidian soil. The all-pervading corruption in the AIA DMK misrule has hit the people of Tamil Nadu hard. Aided, abetted and protected by the Modi government on account of its complete surrender before Modi government, Tamil Nadu's development and surge ahead has been eclipsed by as this corruption scams loom large. And on behalf of people of Tamil Nadu, the AIA DMK, PMK and the BJP alliance must answer 10 questions that we raised today. Something that this might of corruption which has eaten the very edifice of governance in Tamil Nadu. Question 1. Why does the Chief Minister, Shri Palniswamy, not reply to the charges of serious irregularities and malpractices against him? Is it not correct that serious allegations of misuse of office as also undue favor to and profiteer Shri Chandra Kant Ramalingam, P. Nagarajan, J. Shekhar and MS Ramalingan and Company, SP Can Expressway Private Limited and Balaji Tollways were levelled against the Chief Minister, both as Chief Minister as also as the Highways and Ports Minister? Is it correct that when Chief Minister was holding the portfolio of Highways Minister between 2011 to 2016, serious allegations have been levelled against him of stopping the eligible contractors from participating and awarding of contracts to firms allegedly close to his son, Mr. Mithun. And I am giving here, some of which you have reported in the past, an entire list of the contracts that were awarded to these contractors and how their values were enhanced in the last column. Friends, is it correct that a complaint of corruption regarding all these contracts was submitted to the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption against the Chief Minister on 13th June 2018? Why has the Chief Minister, Shri Palniswamy, not handed over the probe of allegations contained in this complaint to an independent judicial probe and placed the same in public domain? Our question 2, why no action has been taken or an independent judicial probe held against the Health Minister, Dr. C. Vijaya Bhaskar? Is it not correct that the residence of Dr. Vijay Bhaskar was raided and the names of people getting jobs in the nutrition meal program were found in an envelope along with money? Is it not correct that even 28 pages of call letters to these individuals were also recovered? Was a complaint then not made to the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption? Did it not warrant an independent judicial probe against the minister? Number 3, why no action has been taken or an independent judicial probe conducted against Shri S.P. Velumani? Is it correct that a complaint has been submitted to Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption pointing out as to how a select group of companies were awarded tenders, as also the shocking fact that all these tenders were uploaded from the same IP address? Is it correct that these companies with common IP addresses are KCP Engineering Private Limited, P. Senthil and Company, Vardhan Infrastructure, Constronics India, Allayam Foundation Private Limited, Contromal Goods Private Limited, Invisita Meditech Limited? Do these companies have a special relationship with the minister? What action was taken on the complaint dated 10th September 2018 submitted to the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption? Does it not call for an independent judicial probe? Number 4, why has no action been taken by the AIA, DMK, PMK, BJP alliance in the Cognizant scam? Is it correct that an international firm, Cognizant Technology Solutions Corporation, was charged in United States of America by the American Securities and Exchange Commission for paying bribes of US dollar 3.6 million or 25 crore to government officials in India for securing various construction and electricity permits? Is it correct that the firm settled with SEC USA by paying a fine of 201 crore? Which politicians and officers in state of Tamil Nadu then have taken bribes? Why has a probe not been held here to identify who took bribes from Cognizant? Or question 5, why has the Gutka scam not been probed in Tamil Nadu? Is it not correct that sale of tobacco mixed Gutka was banned in 2013 in the state of Tamil Nadu? Is it also not correct that despite this, the manufacture and sale of tobacco Gutka and its export illegally to other states continued from Tamil Nadu? Is it also not correct that a High Court probe was ordered? Is it also not correct that Tamil Nadu Health Minister Dr. C. Vijay Bhaskar, the then Director General of Police Shri T.K. Rajendran, and former Minister Shri B.B. Raman, they were all raided? Why was no independent judicial probe ordered to identify who is playing havoc with the health of people of Tamil Nadu as also rest of the country? Our question number 6, why has the LED scam not been unearthed and investigated? Is it correct that on 20th July 2020, a complaint was filed to the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption regarding purchase and replacement of old lights with LED lights in Tamil Nadu worth 850 crore? and I am giving you details of all the orders, government orders, etc. here on page 3 of the release that I am sending to you. Is it correct that under the Tamil Nadu Transparency in Tenders Act 1998, any tender worth over rupees 10 crore has to be tendered by way of global tendering? Then why? Then is it not correct that instead of inviting a tender, a state level committee was appointed for a fixation of price, and in each of the 38 districts the order was placed by dividing it? Is it correct that the prices of LED lights fixed by this special committee in the year 2015-16, 16-17, 17-18, they were way higher than the LED price prevalent at that time? And I have given you a table which shows that in 2015-16, when the 20-watt LED light was costing 450 in the open market, the price that was being given was 3,737. In 16-17, when a 20-watt LED light was costing 450 in the market, the price given was 4,120 per light. In 2017-18, when a 90-watt light was selling for 1,550 in the open market, the price given was 14,919. Why has the entire matter not been investigated by an independent judicial probe? Question number 7. Why has the electricity purchase scam not been probed? Is it correct that the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board purchased power from East India distilleries from short-term open access at rates ranging from 5 rupees 5 paisa per unit up to 5 rupees 50 paisa per unit? Is it not correct that in the same season, the price of electricity fixed by Tamil Nadu Electricity Regulatory Commission was 3 rupees 52 paisa to 3 rupees 99 paisa per unit, much lower? Is it correct that a complaint is pending investigation for purchase of 6,606 lakh units between November 2015 and May 2016 in this fashion? Why has the matter not been investigated, taken to a logical conclusion, and the guilty punished for causing loss, if any, to the exchequer? Our question number 8. Why is the Directorate of Vigilance and the anti-corruption wing itself systematically paralyzed in Tamil Nadu? Is it correct that in the AIADMK misrule, the very Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption wing has 1,451 cases pending trial and stands virtually shut down? And I made a chart here year-wise for you again, which I am sending you for all the 5 years. And that makes very interesting reading as to how a blockade has been put on corruption. In 15-16, preliminary inquiry 518, but detailed inquiry only 95. All others gone. In 16-17, preliminary inquiry 506, but detailed inquiry only 110. All others vanished. In 17 and 18, preliminary inquiry 415, but detailed inquiry only 90. Where have the others gone? In 18 and 19, it's 206 preliminary inquiry, but detailed inquiry only 25. And as you have seen, the number has also gone down from 500 to 200. And in 1920, only 93 preliminary inquiry. And out of them, detailed inquiry only in 20 cases. This shows a systematic design to completely block and kill and annihilate the only anti-corruption wing that you have. My question number 9. Is it correct that complaints of holding assets disproportionate to the known sources of income are pending against the Chief Minister and ministers and officials in the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption? Why has the Chief Minister, in order to ensure a free and fair disposal then, not constituted an independent judicial probe and placed all of them in the public domain? He should have said, I have done nothing wrong. Let a two judges bench, sitting judges bench of the High Court examine them, and let me place that report so that the truth would have come out. But nothing has been done. And lastly, relates to you also, my friends. My last question. Is it correct that the AIA-DMK government has ended up shooting the messenger instead of probing the corruption? Is it correct that a senior Tamil Nadu journalist, Shri V. Anbalagan, who was also an office bearer of the Chennai Press Club, displayed a series of books in a book fair alleging corruption in the AIA-DMK rule based allegedly on the RTI information he had collected? Instead of ordering a judicial probe, the AIA-DMK proceeded to jail him, arrest him and send him to jail. Why? So, friends, after 5 years of a puppet AIA-DMK government, which has become a Modi toolkit, nothing more, nothing less. It's a puppet Modi toolkit playing in the hands of Shri Narendra Modi. Time has come that Tamil Nadu demands transparency, Tamil Nadu demands accountability, Tamil Nadu yearns for a change, and that's why Tamil Nadu can only surge ahead with a DMK Congress alliance government. That's all I have to say. We'll send you soft copies. We'll also send you Tamil translations.